thank you for this opportunity, and thank you, Marcus and InnerFight. It's quite nerve-wracking to stand here in front of you and hear these words that Marcus just mentioned. I've been in Dubai for 21 years, and I'm 41 years of age. I would like to say it the other way around. I'm 21, but it's not going to work. I've come and joined Emirates Airline in 1995. Since then, things changed. I worked for him 14 years and moved on to set up my own consultancy. In 2013, I was in Sydney, and I thought, look, I'll go get my heart checked. I had a heart murmur discovered about 10 years ago. If you're not aware, 30% of people do have a heart murmur, and it depends on the severity of it and how much you need to keep an eye on it. So it was no big deal, just a heart murmur. In 2013, Christmas, I visit my cardiologist. I do my treadmill test. Fine, I thought, wow, I'm a Superman, hero. 25-degree incline, 15 minutes, I feel great. Then they said, okay, please, we need to do the ultrasound. And I saw the face of the technician. I was a ticking bomb, basically. She said, I'll let the cardiologist come and tell you what is wrong with you. To put it straightforward, I thought I will never hear these words. I only see them in movies. You've got 2 years. Wow. Your heart is rupturing. The cord is inside your heart. Your valve, your leakage is severe, and we have to operate. I mean, what's your choice? You've got 2 years, or we'll operate. There's not much to think about. I was very lucky to be referred to Australia's best cardiothoracic transplant surgeon, Dr. Paul Jansen, St. Vincent. And the most important thing that went through my mind, what have I done wrong? Why is it me? I've always been fit. I've always eaten healthy. I've always been fine. I've always been nice to people. Is it karma? What is it? But, you know, all these things go through your mind. I mean, I can't tell you what goes through your mind when you're being told your heart will fail within 2 years if you don't take immediate action. And we don't have a guarantee it can be repaired fully. So all you're thinking, oh my God, open heart surgery, my life is going to change. Did I miss out on things that I should have done in life? You know, this is the time where you've got to be realistic and real. Surgery takes place 5 months later in Sydney. All I wanted before I went into surgery is asked him, please, can we have a repair? Having your heart repaired rather than having a fake valve or a mechanical valve allows you to live life to the closest possible as normal, without beta blockers, without blood thinners, you know. And if you're on those, basically, you cannot do what everyday person can do. You know, you don't clot in case you have an accident, you bleed. There's many things that affect your life. Anyway, going into the surgery, I said, please repair. I was begging, literally. And they can't do anything till they go inside. I was fortunate enough that I was operated on from the side, but that was a bigger risk, which means I was on a bypass machine for good 4 or 5 hours. How long was my heart stopped for? 3 hours. Yeah? I was flatlined for 3 hours. Clinically, on my outpatient papers, I was dead for 3 hours. Now, wow, it's a big deal to some. To me, it is a big deal. You know, my heart started beating when I was a 6-year-old fetus, and my heart stopped. So now what do? I open my eyes. First thing I hear, your heart's being repaired. They've come in from the side, they've cut my pectoral muscles, intercostal muscles, blood being drained out into a bypass machine, came back in through my neck, through a swan cannula, you name it. I came out, all I hear, your heart's repaired. And I said, wow, I'm gonna do everything I said I will do. You're excited, it's that point, it's that, you know, point where you're gonna say, I'm gonna make a difference, I'm gonna make a change, but can you continue it? So I promised to myself that I will heal without the use of painkillers. Painkillers, if you do take a lot of them, after such a traumatic surgery, it does affect your healing process. So I started breathing really heavily. By the way, I was on a life support machine. I wasn't breathing myself when I came out from surgery. So it's to go on from living normal, having Christmas in Sydney, and 6 months later, you've been flatlined for 3 hours, having your heart repaired, having half of your heart immobilized, only one valve is functional, having your lungs deflated so they can access to your heart. Going by the side, all it is, you don't have the actual severe cut through your sternum, but the side effects are much higher. You suffer from things like pump head. I won't go through into pump head, but if you get a chance to Google it, it's quite a crazy thing where you get unconscious feeling, you forget memory, you forget that I stood here and had a talk with you until I see the video and it'll come back. It's all these little gas that build up in your brain and behind your optic fibers and stuff like that. But I was willing to go that way to live a normal life afterward. So in recovery, I said to myself, I'm going to breathe heavily, I'm going to survive this better, and I'm going to overcome everything. I'm going to inspire others. So I thought. You're supposed to recover bit by bit, you know, walk 5 meters, 10 meters every day. 5 days later, after leaving surgery, I hiked for 5 kilometers. I ended up in bed for 2 days. 10 days later, I hiked for 10 kilometers. Now, I'm not on any painkillers. The only thing that was taking me through this is mentally what I promised myself I will do if I get this second opportunity. And I wasn't going to let myself down. So I started with myself before I thought of anyone else around me. And by doing that, when you start focusing on your inner self, your own discipline, you start influencing others in the right way. Inspiration is not about giving away money. Inspiration is not about being a celebrity. Inspiring others is just igniting that inner thing in him to be influenced, to make a change, to hear a story as such as yours. If you can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Came back to 21 days later, I was back in the gym. My cardiologist thought, you know what, you're crazy, but what you're doing, listen to your body, you know, you can do this. Came back to Dubai and I said, I want to make a change. I'm really going to, you know, be better, stronger person, and help others if possible. But I got to continue to help myself. I started CrossFitting. Never did CrossFit before in my life, which was great. I had the opportunity, you know, to be trained by Marcus and get killed again. I was working out with Marcus with pneumothorax, which what I had before, which is another hole in the lung, and that's due to deflation of the lungs. So I took a break working out with Marcus because he really, really pushed the envelope. But the point I want to get to here, it's not what you talk about, it's how affirmative you are. It's how sure you are of yourself. It's how sure that you can help others. I ask of you, please, if you have one thing in your mind and you're saying, I'm going to do it next year or the year after or in a few times, why don't you do it now? Go ahead, do it today. Trust me, the saying that you just heard and you hear it always, live for today, and we just read it as affirmative action or a quote and we put it on our Instagram. It's not just what, do it. Do it. You want to travel, travel. I know there's financial restriction. I know there's family restriction, time restriction, employment restriction. Do it. Until you do it, you will appreciate the adventure of it. You'll appreciate the action and what you sacrifice to do it. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow is unknown. We're all going to face obstacles in our life. It's how we face them and we come out from them. So I ask of you, please, if you have that little dream in your mind, no matter how small it is, whether it's travel, buying a car, living in a hut, living by the beach, strive for it and do it. Tomorrow is unknown, the past is gone, and today is what you are living and breathing today. Inspire others, help others. On the weekend, I ran my Spartan race. You know, after 7 months from heart surgery, I'm able to run 13 kilometers. Not the best time, but I can do it. I can finish a CrossFit class. Yes, again, I'm not top of the class. I'm the last one maybe. But I'm doing things that fit people aren't doing, aren't taking a go at. So please, challenge yourself, go for it. It's not about being on top. It's about keep going to get to top of that mountain. And once you get there, no matter how slow, you got there. So that's all I'm going to say. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.